I'm done. Fuck this. This is the worst outhouse ever made. Hey, Kale. What are you doing today? Hey. What are you doing? You gotta wear your safety glasses, right? Before you throw dirt everywhere, get it in your eyes. That's what you're gonna do, right? Alright, so the camera screwed up, the GoPro that we were using, so back to using the phone. But the outhouse is almost done. You can see it a little bit clearer if I walk forward. The outhouse is almost done. I've got a few more things to do. We're going to finish off the roof today. That's the main thing that I want to do. And then also the door. I want to be completely finished with it today. So this is all I'm going to be focusing on right now. The only things we have left to do are obviously the roof has to be finished and put in, and then the door has to be bolted on. So or you know, hinged on or whatever. So I'm inside now. You can see this top piece here is a little loose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some rafters on the top here. 2 rafters going across. That should be enough. And then there'll still be a small gap inside the roof. And to fix that, I've got, see if I can do it. I've got down there, I've got a another piece of plastic roofing there. So the roof will be hanging over on all sides. Again, this stuff isn't like super fabulous or super perfect, but it'll be suited to our needs. Unfortunately, there's not going to be any sort of time lapse or anything. So I'm going to try to do my best to update you guys throughout the day with everything that I do. And then hopefully it turns into a good video. The new camera shouldn't be here for 3 or 4 weeks, but you know, I don't want to wait 3 or 4 weeks to finish the outhouse. I want to do that today. So let's do that. What you got with that block? Got glasses? Okay. Uh-oh. Hello. You get a phone call? Who's calling? Alright, so the plan is to take those triangles, those 4 triangles, and set 2 up here, and then 2 on the front side over there, and then use these boards here and use those as rafters to go across the top so that it covers this little gap that we have in the middle. That's the plan. Alright, so it's a bit windy out. I'm on the top here of the outhouse, and I was looking at this and I realized something. I originally bought 2 sheets of this plastic material, and I had to cut them in half because the 2 sheets weren't enough to go across. And so the plan was to cut them in half and then layer them in a way to overlap to compensate for that middle piece. And then I realized, oh shit, I actually need 3. Turns out that I bought 3, but for whatever reason, my brain short-circuited and I decided to cut them in half anyway. And so what that ended up resulting in is this. So you can see at the top there, I can't point because I'm leaning, hold on. You can see at the top there how there's some overhang, and that's what made me have to put these rafters. Now I think the rafters would have been a good idea either way, but the truth is I didn't need the damn, I didn't need to cut them in half to begin with. I could have just cut off like 2 feet, had them 6 feet long, hang over a foot on each side, whatever, that's fine. But then I could have laid them straight across without having to deal with all of this drooping that's going on. And so I made this way more complicated for myself than it needed to be. And I guess the lesson here is that if you plan shit out, stuff like this doesn't happen. The good news is I got the roof done. You know, it is what it is right now. I don't really care. I've got some, let me switch this again. You can see right here, I've got some hanging. It like oozes out in bubbles or whatever, but the top has a layer there. So if any rain comes down and hits the roof, it's not going to come inside. It's just really ugly in here. But I'll just have to buy those 3 sheets again. But like I said, the good news is that the roof is done. The roof is completed on it. So we can move on from that and we can move on to the door. Now the door is right here behind me. I'm just basically going to frame it out. I'm going to frame out the 4 sides of the door, and then we'll put that on the front. And let me switch here, and we'll have it on the front here to swing open. This is another thing. Remember that house? Sorry about the wind. Remember that house? That's been my ladder because The ladder that I have is a little step ladder, not quite big enough to get up there and do the job that I needed to do to be able to get up on top of the roof and nail everything down. So roof is ugly as shit right now. That's fine. We're gonna do the door now, and then we should be really close to being done. And I can reveal how we're gonna do the seat. Okay, what you got there? Huh? What's in your hand? Oh, lizard! Oh, he's gonna get away! Oh, he's gonna get away! Oh, there he goes! Oh, that's his tail. Ew. I'm done. Fuck this. This is the worst outhouse ever made, and I did it. Okay, so let me show you what we got here. There's my shitty door. You can see one hinge. Where's the other one? I don't know. Apparently I didn't buy one, so I can't finish that. The nails that I got were way too goddamn long, so I bent them over to try to make it better. The problem is somehow this board is uneven so that it doesn't actually close right. Looks good up there, looks good right there. Move down a little bit and it bows out. So it's still even on the left side, just not on the right. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Maybe I can sand it down and make it fit, maybe not. Our bucket is here. The solution that we had for the bucket was to buy one of these lids that sit on top of the buckets, and that works out way better than the toilet seat, and then to run like a trash liner through it. And then what I did is I cut a hole in the trash liner that goes down. Problem is this bag is too small, so you can still see some of the plastic down there. I could just cut that plastic off, but I really need a bigger bag, so that's going to have to happen. You'll also notice that there's holes all around it. So any kind of shit or anything that goes in there, you're gonna get that smell and all that. You might be able to deal with that with some dirt or something, but you know it's gonna be a problem. And then of course we talked about the roof already. So this is my shitty shit check. Come over and take a poop. I guess we did this as a learning experiment anyway, and it didn't really matter how it turned out, as long as we tried to do it and saw what happened, learned some lessons along the way. The number one lesson from this project is plan everything out, like actually plan it out. We came out here planning to do a fence, and then over lunch we decided to do an outhouse instead. And then I drew plans up on the back of some paper, and it was all shitty. It was not thought out very well at all, and it's evidenced by my shitty shit shack. So, you know, lesson learned, I guess. Had some fun. Took way longer than I thought it was going to. And now it's time to move on to the next project. We're not going to build anything like this again for a while. We got a lot of other smaller stuff planned. We want to do get some compost together, get some fields picked out to plant some vegetables or whatever. Get that started right away. And yeah, stuff like that. The burn pile is still here, so that has to go. Yeah, so other stuff planned, a lot less intense, but at least now we have somewhere to poop, even if it is a piece of shit. What are you doing? You having a good sleep? Alright, so we're back at the shit shack. I did not like how the last video ended with how frustrated I was with the place. So we're going to fix it up today. We're going to do things a little different. I realized that the reason why the door didn't fit properly is I don't know if this is going to come through or not. But up here, there's a line that I drew. And the line was originally drawn to show where the floor is, down there where that line is. Well, the line's up top. So if there's any kind of sway or whatever in the doorway, then that's why it's not going to close properly. Also, you know, last time I only had one hinge. One hinge obviously is not enough. So sorry, back to the shaky cameras. But I got some more stuff, so I'm going to show you some more stuff that I picked up. All right, so the last trash can wasn't big enough, so we need garbage bags here anyway to, you know, gather our garbage that we can't burn and that stuff. So got these big garbage bags. Those will be fine. I went ahead and spent some money and got some decent drill bits because my last ones were garbage. But then I also got some nails, some finishing nails, and some screws that'll be small enough to work here. What are you doing? You rubbing dirt on my stuff?
Oh no.
Oh no? Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna fix this here. We're gonna change this out. Leave that hinge, but we're gonna add a second one. And then inside, instead of having these ghetto nails that are just poking out everywhere, we're gonna get rid of those as well. The trash bag will change out in that bucket, so it'll actually go all the way through. Even though we have those gaps, we can figure out something to do with that. Maybe some foam insulation or something like that. And then also, the roof, how janky that is, I went ahead and got some new ones. So we're gonna do these right too. I've got to cut them down to maybe 6 feet, and then we can use those. But that will be it. We're gonna end this video and this series and finally get this place done. That's the plan. All right, all done. So it's backwards on the screen right now, but when I turn it around, you'll see it better. We just finished up with it. Pretty much happier than I was last time with it, and I'll show you what fixed and what we got wrong. All right, so as you can see, much better. The roof looks a lot better. It's not waving and caving in and all that kind of stuff. You can see the rafters and how those came out with it, but they're not drooping down anymore. They're just solid sheets straight across. Exactly what I should have done the first time if I was thinking about it, but I wasn't. Here's the can. Got a much better trash can thing. I don't know, you can't really see because it's super dark down there, but the can liner is a can liner. Goes all the way down. You can kind of see there at the bottom. Well, I can see anyway. Anyway, much better than the one we had before. At least it fills up the whole thing. From the inside, put a little hook here so we can latch this, if I can do it. There we go. Oh, I lost it. Got a little latch and a screw there. There you go, to keep the door kind of closed while you're sitting here doing your business. I got this this black that you're seeing here is all... What are you doing here? What's up? This black here is all Flex Seal. We got it to kind of like help seal some of this stuff, so I put it on the corners and things. It's actually a lot more like spray paint than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like thicker stuff. So we just had some fun with it. PoleTreeFarms on that side, but yeah, everything looks a lot better now. The door actually closes properly, you know, unlike last time. Look, now I say that it's not gonna work. Closes much better than it did last time. I sprayed the Flex Seal around the edges just to kind of say, like, you know, this is where the weakest parts of the wood are, so kind of seal that up so that rainwater and stuff, maybe it'll last just a little bit longer, right, Kale?
Okay.
Yeah. So just go around and show you the rest here. Kale was here. Yeah. Nice big. Oop, I'm gonna trip. Here's all the garbage from last time. Huh? Some little romantic stuff. Tim and Brandy. Yep. So that's that. Much happier with this one. Much happier with this final design than I am with what we had before. I can leave much happier. And now what we're gonna do, we got a small little fire there, trash fire, whatever. We're gonna do that and probably head out of here. Anyway, thanks for watching, and our next project will probably be something to do with composting, because we need to get ready to start growing stuff. We got some vegetables and things that we're gonna start at the house, kind of like that'll be our little nursery for now. And then in the meantime, we'll work on trying to put together some little area to grow or to start growing here, and get a compost pile going, because Florida sand is crap for growing. So that's the plan right now. Gonna try to get back on the weekly schedule, but no promises. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.